Hi, this is the Cricbuzz Comm Box update at the 10 over mark. Punjab batting first because Rishabh Pant told them to do so, not because he's one of those people, but it's because he won the toss. What do you think? It's no time for egos here. I've got Joy Bhattacharjya here with me. Punjab, well, I mean, talk about egos. Well, they've lost 4 wickets, but they don't seem to stop. They want to just keep hitting every ball out of the park, Joy, and sort of middling returns, 77 for 4. At the end of 2 overs.
Interesting. I mean, for the one day they actually have a start and they get somebody to bat like Mayank Agarwal getting runs for them, and you think that he's suddenly broken the jinx, this Punjab. And remember, they're batting one shot. There's no Odion Smith today. They're playing with Nathan Ellis, who's a bowler, so that means that batting order is a bit shorter. And then suddenly they start trying these wide strokes and the middle order just totally collapses. Again, it's a bit of a rebuild case, and somebody like a Shahrukh Khan is in there way too early. He's normally expected to be in the 14th, 15th overs. That's when he's supposed to, kick the last burst off. And now he was in the 7th, 8th over. So, lots of problems for Punjab. And, Punjab doing Punjab things in the middle of the season.
Punjab doing Punjab things for sure. They got a 47-run power play. They got a 33-run. So let me tell you where the wickets fell. It was 33 for 1, 35 for 2, 46 for 3, and then 54 for 4. Somewhere, I mean, you're looking at these two. You're looking at Shahrukh batting. You're looking at Jitesh batting. Jitesh has hit a few, interesting strokes, but they've got to be slow now. I mean, Shahrukh's got to play a little out of character here because in the Mushtaq Ali as well, got just about 100 runs in those 6-7 games, but the strike rate was high. Today is a great opportunity for him to actually play himself in, Joy, and just kind of take it easy, right?
And he has to, because the next batsman we are talking about is Rabada and Chahar. There's nobody else. These two guys have to do it today because there's not too much to play for. And I think the interesting thing about it is that the way they were out, I think brilliant bowling changes from Rishabh Pant. He called it beautifully. Brings in Lalit Yadav. Okay, he gets a lucky wicket, Shikhar Dhawan. But he brings in Akshar because he knows that Livingston likes to charge the spinners early. And he brings in Akshar Patel. Akshar Patel comes in, gives him that really vital wicket. Brings back Mr. Fizur. Mr. Fizur gets a wicket of Mayank Agarwal in form. And it just looks like a very different team. Every bowling change he's so far called has come off. And that's been amazing today.
Love that dismissal, Akshar of Liam. Liam was halfway down the pitch. I think it swung it all the way from Brabon to D.Y. Patil in Navi Mumbai, but just didn't connect. And I think that was probably the slowest stumping Rishabh Pant has ever needed to do.
I know.
It was like
you could have had a cup of tea in between and you've still done it.
You can't even catch a local train and come back here, right? I mean, it's just gonna kind of get this done real quick. All right. Well, it looks like our score projections, you never know. I mean, this is actually the last truly recognized pair. So our score projections, what are we? We were in the 180s, 190s. I don't know if it's going to get as far as that. Punjab right now, but 160 is not going to be enough against this Delhi batting lineup. So they're still going to go,
at some point they have to home. But the only good thing they've done is they haven't scored, the run rate is still 7.36, even after slowing down to 7.36. That means you're expected to land up at about 150 odd. And if they can do that burst and get that 152, maybe 170, Shahrukh Khan finally comes off. Rahul Chahar hits a few lusty blows towards the end. So they'll still think that 170, though on this pitch, it's certainly not looking enough. So remember one thing. If you remember one ball by, I think it was Khalil Ahmed to Shahrukh, as a, welcome delivery, as they call it, straight past his head. There's space there. There's something there. Somebody like a Rabada will enjoy this pitch. Rahul Chahar will enjoy this pitch. So, 165, 170 may be very competitive.
Well, I think their hopes rest more on Jitesh than on Shahrukh, because Shahrukh's he's not being able to find the middle of the bat, and that the youngster Jitesh is just doing really well. He's done so well for Punjab. I don't think any of the fans were looking at that coming, the sparks coming from this unheralded young man in the middle order, but they're getting it from him. He'll have to play a big one today to get Punjab out of the hole that they found themselves in. All right, Kuldeep has dropped Shahrukh just right now as we speak, but he's got a little pat on the back from the captain Rishabh saying, don't worry, keep the pressure on. It looks like the Delhi bowlers will keep the pressure on. We're going to see you at the end of this Punjab batting effort on Cricbuzz Live. A big thank you to Joy. I'm Gaurav. You were watching the Comm Box.